देख ले, येलो देख ले। हाँ बाबा, ये ले।
सब लोग बैठ जाओ अभी। मैडम जी बैठ जाओ। मैडम।
A very warm welcome to you all here for the launch of the much-awaited Farah fine jewellery for Krrish3. A renowned jewellery designer and gemologist has always been creatively inclined. Her sense of visual perception stimulates her senses to see design in the least expected places. Farah jewellery is distinctive in style. It is intricate, yet striking and very bold. It is synonymous with setting high standards for style, quality, detailing, design and elegance. So it's time now to meet the lady behind it all. I request Farah Ali, Creative Director, Farah Fine Jewellery, to please.
Thank you so much. I just want to say something about creating this beautiful piece of jewellery for Krrish3. My inspiration was Hrithik himself, because I've known Hrithik as a child, many years. And I've seen him throughout the years how he's changed and he's turned his personal obstacles and weaknesses into strength. And that for me is the most important thing any human being can do. When Roshan discussed this idea of, I asked him one day when he came over to my house, we were trying Rocky, because I taught him Rocky. And I said, what is it about Krrish3 that actually motivates you so much and gets you so charged? And he said, well, it's not just the movie, it's the idea behind the whole course. He says, each one of us has the power to make a difference in someone else's life. We just have to extend that hand. And that thought was so beautiful that I said, why don't we immortalize this in a piece of jewellery? Because jewellery outlives its wearer. And one thing led to another, and he was very excited, and here we are.
Uncle.
मानो नीचे हो जा, अंकल नीचे हो जाओ, अंकल प्लीज. बात तो दिखा लो फोटो.
And now, what we've all been waiting for is my extreme privilege to invite the inspiration behind this collaboration, Mr. Roshan himself, to join us here to say a few words.
Silence.
Mic नहीं है.
I'm asking myself, why are we here today? Is it because of Krish? Is it because of Farah? Is it because of me? What is it truly about? And I think it's about all of us. Whenever I've done a character in my movies, I've always tried to invite certain qualities, a certain value of that character that I can use in my own life to make myself a stronger person, better person.
जल्दी आना है सर. चुड़ाना हुआ है. लिप्टी चुड़ाना हुआ है. लिप्टी नहीं जाएगा. आगे जाना ना. पीछे आना. इसको भी रख दो. सर बैठ के बोलिए ना. सर बैठ के बोलिए.
अरे यार ये किसके ऊपर वायर के ऊपर कौन बैठा है यार?
वायर फंस गया.
Why did this? अभी ठीक है. आ रही आवाज आ रही है. So as I was saying, which I will repeat now again, all over again, thanks to all of you all not keeping the mics here in time. Why are we all here? I think this is beyond and Bolu. I think it's more than Krish. It's more than about me. It's more than just Farah. It's today we are here. I think more because it's about all of us. when I do my characters in my films all through these years, I've always tried to search and look for certain values and certain characters, certain traits of that character that I can imbibe into my own self to make myself a stronger person, better person. And I think the character of Krrish, I think, has had the maximum impact on myself than any other role that I've played in my life. And through him I learned that being a superhero is not really about, wearing a mask or a cape and flying through buildings. It's not really about that. When I put on the jacket, even though I have pains in my knee or my back, or I'm in despair, or I'm struggling with something, but when I wear that jacket, there's a mental shift that happens, and I feel unstoppable. I feel unbreakable, and I used to ask myself, what is this? What is this shift that has happened in my head that's making me unstoppable? That I can go through 80 days of action with a double slip disc in my back and no cartilage in my knees, and I can still do it. What is it? And I realized that it is just that. It's just a mental shift. It's associating with the values of a superhero. A superhero is somebody who contributes to others, who selflessly goes out there and makes an example of himself in terms of courage, in terms of values, in terms of strength. He lends a helping hand. Whatever powers he has, he uses to give to others, to help others. His life is less about himself and more about the people around him who love him. And I think that is the secret to happiness also. So I have tried to remind myself on and on to associate with that value, with those attributes. And time and time again, whether it was the hole in my brain or whether it was the other umpteen problems that I've so often repeated, it's brought about something that is such a huge transformation in my life, personally, that I wanted to remember this. I wanted to have this association with those values of a superhero, knowing that it's just a decision that we make. Whatever we go through in our lives, we'll go through ups, we'll go through downs. All of us go through the same. There is no difference between your problems and mine. We all have the same problems when we go through them. And at that time, it's very easy to lose objectivity. So what do you do at that time? You have to have some kind of an ideal, some kind of a goal, some kind of hope, something that gives you a dream to associate with for you to get through it. And when Farah came up to me and she said that, you know what, I'm thinking about this, I was delighted. I was so happy that I feel that I have manifested this, the whole thing. Because I was thinking all these things through all the months of shooting Krrish, which was it was a huge journey, it was a big struggle, especially because all the doctors said that I should not do this film because of all my problems. And but I got through it. And of course, the journey is not important. We all have our stories of how hard we work and how much we have done. What's up? They're all kahanis in our own head. What is important is the result. So I won't talk about the journey, but I will say that when Farah came to me, I was delighted because finally now I have something to associate with, to remind myself that I can be what I want to be within myself. It is about me. It is about creating my own environment from within. And it sounds like a lot of words, but I have experienced it. I've experienced the change. And if people can even get 50% of what I'm saying, it's a start. Or 5% of what I'm saying, it's a start. All it takes is to feel it, is to clap your hands, get up and say, I am ready to take on whatever life throws at me. And once you say that, your life changes. You can get through whatever you think you can't get through. So it's all about that. It's about changing your physiology. That's what used to happen when I used to wear the Krrish cape. It used to change my physiology. I used to be like this, ke aaj kaise hoga yaar, peet mein dard hai, this problem, that problem. And the moment I used to wear the jacket, I used to stand up and I used to feel so strong, like absolutely unstoppable. So this is something that is going to remind me of that all my life, whether I am going through something good, whether I'm going through something bad, despair, sadness, whatever it is, this is going to get me back up. And I want to thank Farah and her extremely talented mind. There are very few people in the world who inspire by their creativity, and she's one of them. And it's not just that she can inspire by her creativity. She can do it because she is that within herself as well. That is why I think this connection works, because she is exactly the